Let's bring in Joe Cirincione. He's a distinguished fellow at the Quincy Institute for Responsible Statecraft. Joe, good morning. Thanks for being with us. So I want to start where we just left off with Joe and Peter by getting your reaction to Biden's comments. And, of course, what Peter Alexander just referenced there at the end, the Kremlin's reaction. How do you think this is going to impact the conflict?
Well, you know, they say that the definition of a gaffe in Washington is accidentally speaking the truth. And that is a lot of what Joe Biden said. A lot of us feel the same way. This man should not be in power. There's been three fundamental reactions to this. One is that it shows that he's weak, that he's not capable of being president. That's basically coming from the right, but they'll criticize everything he does. The other is more serious, that it's dangerous, that you need Putin in power to negotiate a peace pact, and so calls for to remove him are counter to achieving a negotiated end to the war. And the third is that it's hypocritical, that we support dictators who are waging brutal wars like Saudi Arabia's vicious war in Yemen. So what's the difference? I personally think that Biden's press conference yesterday pretty much put an end to this. I think this is the last round of stories you'll see on it. More people in Washington are talking about the slap than the gaffe.
Yeah, that's a good point. So with that, let's talk about this diplomacy. Another round of talks are underway in Turkey. Do you think any meaningful compromises will come out of that? What does a meaningful compromise look like at this point?
We are getting closer, and you can see it in the public statements of both sides. Russia has reduced its demands. Remember, it wanted complete neutrality and a demilitarization of Ukraine. You no longer talk about that. It's clear they wanted regime change in Ukraine. Now they're talking about the Donbass region. Similarly, with Zelensky, he's dropped his demand to or desire to join NATO, is also talking about neutrality. But I think we're going to have weeks more on the battlefield before both sides are willing to make the painful compromises that they'll need. Today's meeting is a good sign, but we're a long way from a peace deal.
Now, President Zelensky has called for tougher sanctions against Russia. This just happened yesterday. The U.S., of course, has announced that ban on Russian oil imports, which sent gas prices skyrocketing. But a lot of Europe has not done this. Of course, it's one way to really make Moscow feel the pain. Do you think we could see more European countries follow the U.S.'s lead?
I think you're going to see more European sanctions. But this oil and gas thing, it is tough because you're talking about, in some cases, cutting off 30%, 40% of a country's energy supply. It's just not possible for them to do this. So I think you'll see more. You'll see countries striving to find more ways of putting other sanctions on them. And there also will be a push in the Middle East. None of our Middle East allies have sanctioned Russia. That includes Saudi Arabia and Israel. India, one of the biggest economies in the world, is still not sanctioning Russia. So you'll see a push, and especially from Ukraine, but also the United States, pushing to get some of these other countries around the world to join in global sanctions.
All right, a lot to talk about this morning. Joe, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, speaking the truth, too, about what's going on.
No
Thanks,
kidding.
Joe.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.